Legend of the War here, and today we've got a Rating Doomstack playing as Wisseland and Nuln with a Marienburg landship Doomstack. So he's got Engineer Lord, Engineer Hero, Life Wizard, obviously all of those are quite important. You've got 2 Amethyst landships, you got the Regiment of Renown, the Wonder of the Age landship, and then the rest are just regular landships. Obviously playing as Wisseland and Nuln, they get benefits from the Imperial Gunnery School. We're going up against Servants of the Conclave. They've got 3 full stacks coming at us. I think that the Chaos Dwarfs are a good choice to go up against to test this out, because looking at the landship, I think that they're going to be most vulnerable to, firstly, going into melee, and also up against long-range, high-damage, like gun-type troops. Because even though it's got 360-degree missile block chance with 30% shielded, they're quite big, and you can take down a big thing, even if it's got that much resistance quite quickly. Anyway, let's jump into the battle and see how it performs. Main thing I want to compare this one to is the Steam Tank Doomstack. Now, I know that these ones here are tier 4 units, whereas Steam Tanks are tier 5, so it's not super fair to compare them. But they do serve essentially the same role. They are tanky, fast vehicles that have cannons and secondary shooting and various other abilities. Same unit, basically, just a little bit lower tier than a Steam Tank. Another thing to keep in mind is that the Steam Tank Volley Gun makes use of 2 sections of the Imperial Gunnery School, whereas this one only makes use of 1. Although, they do have an Amethyst unit, whereas the Steam Tanks don't. Now, the Amethyst bonuses that's provided is mostly just some death magic casts, so you get 1 cast of Spirit Leech, 2 casts of Doom and Darkness, and then you've also got this passive here, Cremation Engine, which is a Mortis Engine effect. So yeah, you don't really need to have like 8 of them in your army, because that's the most you can put in. Putting 2 in makes sense, I guess. Alright, so we'll wait for the enemy reinforcements to come in. Hang on. I'll try to keep these guys out. Wait for them to come in. Let them get all their stuff together, because it seems to be pretty strong in auto-resolve, because it gave a valiant defeat on very hard battle difficulty, which I'm always testing this stuff on very hard battle difficulty, against 3 full stacks. So it's definitely strong in auto-resolve. So here are the things that I think that is going to make these less effective than Steam Tanks. I think that they're a bit jankier. They got more health. Because they're bigger, that actually is a weakness, it's not necessarily a strength. Alright. The reinforcements are coming in. Yeah, I just don't think they've got as good defensive capabilities. But, you know, they're 1 tier lower, so they'll be a little bit cheaper. Their base cost is cheaper than a Steam Tank. Alright, here we go. Start shooting. So the Wonder of the Age landship has a mortar on it instead of a cannon. The other ones have cannons. Oh, hang on. No, it's got a cannon as well.
Death's door.
Let's move them up a little bit. Yeah. I don't think it's going to do anything. Alright, here they shoot. Let's see how they do. So I think this is one of those armies that's not particularly micro-intensive. You basically just point it in the right direction and then obliterate the enemy army. Damage output here is okay. It's not like the Thunderbarsh Doomstack. I really feel like the past week has severely desensitized me to Doomstacks. I was like, oh, you took out 3 full stacks without taking any damage? Pfft, that doesn't impress me anymore. Oh, what? You've only got 500 Winds of Magic Reserve? Pfft, I've seen more. I mean, that's kind of the thing that'll happen with these sort of Doomstacks. The more of them you see, you just sort of get desensitized to it. I wanted to keep these guys out of it, because I just want the landships doing all the battle here. Can you move quick? No.
Finely crafted conveyance. We have our target.
Yeah, try and stay out of the way. Alright, so damage output on the landship so far is pretty good. I think they're better against single entities than they are against massive infantry. If we target their general, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Advance! Instrument of war! Filly, not folly.
Okay, I want you guys to turn around to shoot at this one here because it's pissed me off. Plus, we want to fall back a little bit.
No diversions! A better position!
Now, we've got to be careful when using full power because their turn speed goes down dramatically. So once they're fully turned around, like that, yep, now go full power.
Mobile panoply!
And just shoot whenever you're ready.
For battle!
We're going to do a bit of friendly fire.
Advance! Stoke the boiler! All things must wither!
Come on, take it out.
Duty calls!
Okay, they actually didn't do any friendly fire, I think, at all. So either I got lucky. Oh, no, there we go. Spoke too soon. The damage output's alright.
The might of the Empire! Imperial inventor!
Alright, turn back around and keep shooting. Because, yeah, there's nowhere left for us to go here.
No diversions!
Right, they've also got Nuln Ironsides on the ship. Shoot them down. So it's definitely got a better secondary shot than the steam tanks. So yeah, I think these ones are really good in both long and relatively short range, but probably not in like super close range in melee. Yeah, you might want to get rid of that, but they should be shooting at that one automatically. You know, let's bring you up and use ballistics calibration for extra reload skill. Got a fair few dangerous units coming around over here that are obstructed. Won't be able to shoot at them. I wonder if these guys are actually benefiting from the Nuln Ironside upgrade. Probably not.
Stoke the boiler! Finding better ground! A mechanism of perfection! No deathly winds.
Okay, I do think we need to test these guys out in melee as well. Let's wait till they get a little bit closer. Alright, let's do this. Get in there, really try to disrupt all their lines. Let's see how they perform in melee. Now obviously you really want to try to avoid going to a melee as long as possible. We could have kept shooting them, but we're here to test this out, not use it perfectly every single time. That's really important with these Doomstack ratings. It's not a disaster battle. We want to see what these guys are capable of, because sometimes enemies are going to close in a lot quicker than this. And so we need to see what they're capable of handling. Alright, let's also pop down this again, and maybe some of this. Because yeah, these bombs, that's actually pretty good. They killed a lot of them. They're just explosion spells. They don't actually put down a landmine that you can just walk across. It's a bit deceptive there. And even while you're in melee, they're still shooting. That's good. That's good. And also, because they've got the spear points here, as units are attacking them, they're taking damage in return.
Standing by!
This has got a really quick cooldown, so let's see it in action here. It's alright. It's alright. Like, it doesn't one-shot kill thing. It's a bit of extra damage, that's all it is.
Let the woods awaken! It shall be! At once! Swiftly! For the Emperor!
Move you guys out of the way there.
Awaiting orders!
Starting to take a little bit of damage. The last of their reinforcements will be coming in fairly soon, I think.
Standing by! Quick march!
Yeah, I don't imagine it would be particularly good against somebody like a Bull Centaur Render with great axes, great weapons. But they're handling themselves. Sometimes you gotta test these units up against things that they would not be good against and see how they perform. Because this kind of Doomstack is quite expensive. This is a late game army. This is if you're building this, you're building this for the rest of the campaign. You're not looking to replace it with something later down the track. So you've got to see what it's actually capable of handling. And it's handling itself pretty well. Like a bit of damage, evenly spread out. That's good. Nothing we can't heal at this stage. I also haven't been using this much. Seems like plenty of ammunition as well. Because we've used up a little bit less than half, but we've got to have taken out 2 full stacks at this point. Plus we can give them a bit extra with these 2.
This way. Get moving! Behold! Furthering my war studies. Take the ground!
Trying not to obstruct each other.
Firearms loaded! Behold my latest creation! The power of life is mine!
Ranged weapons
Right, I've got them
ready.
on melee mode. Turn them off.
Yes, sir.
Weapons out!
Good.
Time for fighting! Sir!
So this one's done quite a lot of damage compared to a random one there. Yeah, the amethyst ones definitely dish out more damage. I think that's largely due to the cremation engine.
Grave danger. Ordnance ready.
As they get close, they're like, nah, fuck this.
Blow deathly winds.
Awaiting orders!
Dude, this one's facing the wrong way. Actually, it seems as though...
Stop!
Hang on. Now, how is that cannon shooting if it's not facing forward? Okay, there's the army losses.
Gate order!
Because, yeah, the range unit said it was going this way while it was facing the wrong way.
Give me the word!
Well, they've obviously won the battle here. We could spend some time healing. It's not really needed. Wouldn't take you very long to get back up to full strength. Virtually having taken no damage. Probably could have taken on 4 full stacks of Chaos Dwarves of similar quality. I think the things that gave him the most amount of trouble... Oh, there's a Hell Cannon there. Things that gave him the most amount of trouble were not actually the infantry, but things like monstrous units that actually managed to get in close. So if you go up against something like a Rite of Primeval Glory army, that might be a little bit of a concern. Just a little bit. Obviously, you'd kill quite a few of them before they got close. But those that did get close would dish out a decent amount of damage, I think.
Channeling guide!
Alright, we don't need to do any healing. Cool. Performs well in manual and in auto resolve, so that's good. Good amount of damage on each of them. Very easy to use. I really wasn't trying very hard. Pretty good against infantry. Those landmines are good against that. So yeah, if you're going up against these, you would probably want to shoot them or use single entity monsters. But yeah, in terms of comparing them to steam tanks, I don't know. After seeing that steam tank volley gun Doomstack from the other day, oh boy, I feel like that was stronger. But that being said, it is a tier 5 unit by comparison, so it will be more expensive. So in terms of cost effectiveness, I feel like it's about on the same tier. And I believe I gave that one a 10 out of 10, so I feel like this one deserves a 10 out of 10 as well. Really, 4 full stacks is something that this can handle in most situations. You're not likely to go up against 4 full Rite of Primeval Glory armies at any given time. You know, and if you were going up against Elizabeth and they did have a Rite of Primeval Glory army and it was filled with Carnosaurs, you could probably handle it with this. Like, you might lose 1 or 2 of them, maybe. That being said, the other ability, the move quick ability, makes you outrun a Carnosaur, and you could basically kite them and shoot them with the Null and Ironside. So yeah, maybe you could actually manage to get through this. Plus you've got the access to the healing, which the AI, even if it does have access to healing, they're just not good doing that. So let's have a look at what this is doing compared to like other factions, like within Null. Let's have a look. So we're looking at, yeah, so they don't get the benefit from the Null and Ironside units, even though, well, gunnery infantry, even though they've got gunnery infantry on there. Are they, the mortar one isn't given the bonus. Yeah, they only get their benefit from land ships. So that includes the land ship, the Amethyst land ship, and then there's the Regiment of Renown. Okay, so the passive ability, spear points for all land ship units. Yep, this is really good for them. This gives them a definite cut above the rest from the other factions, having 360-degree block range with 30% missile block chance. That's really bloody good. And the ability landmine. So the other factions' land ships aren't going to have this. I wouldn't say that one was a big deal unless you're going up against a mass amount of infantry. I don't think this is very strong against single entities. Then when we have a look at this, Bound Spell, Doom and Darkness for Amethyst landship units. I don't think that's particularly high impact. I really didn't need that at any point in the battle. Catacomb Cannonball ammunition, Armor Piercing, and Homing for landship units. Homing can be a little bit weird. Amethyst Admiral, so a Spirit Leech, that's pretty good. So yeah, if you were going up against a whole bunch of Carnosaurs, Spirit Leeching them on their approach would be quite good to soften them up a little bit. But this one here is the real big winner. This one's for going up against infantry. So Mortis Engine effect, you're going up against a massive infantry, you're definitely going to want that one there. And let's have a look at the upkeep cost difference. So Amethyst Landship 655 compared to 522. The Wonder of the Age being a bit more expensive as well. If we have a look here and compare the Landship, it's 450 base, and compare it with the various steam tanks, so they're 75 gold cheaper. Although if you're recruiting these units, you're probably at the stage of the campaign where you're not really worrying that much about money. But yeah, I definitely feel like, especially playing as Wissenland and Nuln, the steam tank volley gun Doomstack so much better, just because it makes use of both the Hellblaster upgrades and also the land ships. Sorry, not land ships, and the steam tank one. Whereas the land ships, they're just getting this one, except for the Amethyst, which also get these. But I just don't feel like these are that impactful compared to the Hellblaster ones, because the speed plus 50% is pretty damn good. And projectiles pierce plus 200% more entities for Hellblaster units. That allows them to shred through infantry. Suppressive fire slows them down on the approach. This stuff here is really good. And then more power, exploding ammunition. Actually, I don't think that really applies to the Hellblaster one. And then emergency repairs. That one there is fantastic. You don't even need a life wizard attached to it for that. So I definitely think that the Steam Tank Doomstack is just that bit better. But because it's a tier lower, I'll still give it a 10 out of 10. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think. I think this is a 10 out of 10. It should go up against pretty much anything you'll encounter in this game, whether it be an endgame crisis or not. 4 full stacks, you should be able to handle it. You know, short of being maybe ambushed by Clan Scryer if they've got nothing but weapons team's army and they just kill you really quickly. But that is unlikely to happen most of the time. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this particular Doomstack. Super strong, I think, for a tier 4 unit. Yeah, this will handle all your problems. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you. Thanks for sending this in, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.